psychology in China has been learning from the West. When will the West, in a significant way, start to learn from analytical psychology in China? This is important. Can I ask John for his thought about what I just said, actually?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I spend at least 10 hours of every week talking to someone in China. And I mean, there are quite a number of someones now, or either who I met in China and is now living somewhere else, or more often in China itself. And every session I have, I learn something. And one of the things I've learned from China is people who are not afraid to listen and learn the psychology rather than argue with it before they've even taken it aboard. When I said to one person in my practice who gave me a dream, and I said, you know, that sounds like maybe this particular character in your dream is a trickster. I wonder about that. Oh, yes, function number 7. Of course, that would have to be my extroverted feeling. I can't get that kind of response in San Francisco, where I've been teaching typology with the very same 8-function, 8-archetype model for 30 years. They're still wondering whether I've got Jung's type right. So China is a lesson in humility, ability to listen, and ability to hold you to account for what they heard from you and make it go somewhere. How to say that
John.
I just have to say that the concept, one of the sticking points in depth psychology worldwide, has been this argument between the Freudians, who think it's pretentious to speak of a psyche and would prefer to use a term like the British translator, the mental apparatus, for the way the psyche or the dynamic unconscious into conscious, the Freudian system of ego, id, superego works, the mental apparatus. And then Jung's insistence on the term psyche, and then the very difficult term soul, which gets into many fantasies about certain religions and certain ideas about everything from the afterlife to the future life. For you to have come up with such a beautiful term as heart mind, to translate the Chinese word sin, which I think is a good translation, it's so much better than mental apparatus or psyche or soul. It's so practical. If everyone everywhere would say, what does the heart mind say? I think the politics would get very different very fast. And depth psychology would realize its ambition, as Andrew has tried to dream it forward. That's a great contribution. And it doesn't take away the irrational at all. It doesn't reduce it to thinking and feeling. Heart, mind, these are bodily organs, and they have their telepathy and they have their sensation, as well as the ability to think and feel. And the types emerge out of that. Consciousness emerges out of that. This is really a good term. You created it, and I think about it every day. It would be much easier to talk to people with that language than ours. So that's a very specific example of China teaching something to the West.
Yes.
Thank you, China.